Shalom, and welcome to Bible Conservatory. Today we're going to challenge the stupidity of the Three Stooges' interpretation of scriptures in their videos. Jesus is not the prophet, does the Torah prophesy about Jesus, and a prophet greater than Moses? But in this study, we're going to reply to the Stooges' questions and focus on Yeshua as the prophet of Moses.
Chapter 18. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from among your fellow Israelites, and you must listen to that prophet. For this is what you yourselves requested of the Lord your God when you were assembled at Mount Sinai. You begged that you might never again have to listen to the voice of the Lord your God, or see this blazing fire for fear you would die. Then the Lord said to me, Fine, I will do as they have requested. I will raise up a prophet like you from among their fellow Israelites. I will tell that prophet what to say, and he will tell the people everything I command him. I will personally deal with anyone who will not listen to the messages the prophet proclaims on my behalf.
The common people of Israel, the kings, the priests, and the elders are all under the authority of the Torah and the prophets. The prophet's primary job is to get the kings and the people back to the word of Moses. But Deacon George and Judaism teach that they are equal to the Torah and have Mosaic authority. Since the Three Stooges, aka Sons of Gibeah, they all think they have graduated into Judaism, and in their videos, they're trying to show their scholarship in biblical information, but they end up showing a Ph.D. scholarship in Biblical Stupidity. Deacon George and the Stooges claim that the prophet of Moses is Joshua the son of Nun, and Deacon George tries to back it up with scripture.
And then my Christian critic claimed that the prophet mentioned in Deuteronomy 18 is clearly referring to Jesus. Because to think that when God said to the Israelites that he would raise up a prophet like Moses, that he was referring to Jesus of Nazareth, and they would have known this instead of assuming it was Moses' successor Joshua, is really stretching it. Why? Because it states, the Lord said to me, what they said is good. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their brothers. I will put my words in his mouth. And after this, we see, as it states in Joshua 3:9, and Joshua said unto the children of Israel, Come here and hear the words of the Lord your God, his words. When it even states in Joshua 1:5, As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. It was clearly talking about Joshua. Just like I said in Joshua 3:7, And God said unto Joshua, This day will I begin to magnify you in the sight of all of Israel. They may know that as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. So clearly, Joshua was a more likely candidate than Jesus of Nazareth.
I think the Stooges have some of the black man's cuss because they know how to read things in proper context. Let's read Joshua the son of Nun's life history and see if he's the prophet of Moses that we must hear and obey. Our fifth witness, Joshua was chosen to lead Israel, and Moses laid his hands on them, and he was ordained by the Creator. Numbers 27.
Chapter 27. One day the Lord said to Moses, Climb to the top of the mountains east of the river, and look out over the land I have given the people of Israel. After you have seen it, you will die as Aaron your brother did, for you both rebelled against my instructions in the wilderness of Zin. When the people of Israel rebelled, you failed to demonstrate my holiness to them at the waters. These are the waters of Meribah at Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Then Moses said to the Lord,
O Lord, the God of the spirits of all living things, please appoint a new leader for the community. Give them someone who will lead them into battle, so the people of the Lord will not be like sheep without a shepherd.
The Lord replied, Take Joshua, son of Nun, who has the Spirit in him, and lay your hands on him. Present him to Eleazar the priest before the whole community, and publicly commission him with the responsibility of leading the people. Transfer your authority to him, so the whole community of Israel will obey him. When direction from the Lord is needed, Joshua will stand before Eleazar the priest, who will determine the Lord's will by means of sacred lots. This is how Joshua and the rest of the community of Israel will discover what they should do. So Moses did as the Lord commanded, and presented Joshua to Eleazar the priest and the whole community. Moses laid his hands on him and commissioned him to his responsibilities, just as the Lord had commanded through Moses.
After proper investigation of Scripture, how can Deacon George and the Stooges claim that the prophet of Moses is Joshua the son of Nun, when we just read that Joshua was ordained by the Creator to be Moses' successor? So why Moses will prophesy in the future that Yehovah will raise up a prophet among us that we must hear and obey, when Joshua the son of Nun is standing right next to him? A perfect example of Deacon George and the Stooges trying to show their scholarship in biblical information, but ends up showing their Ph.D. scholarship in biblical stupidity.